I'm Wendy Rogers, President and CEO of the Beavercreek Chamber of Commerce, and I am so excited to be here today to honor Mills Park Hotel for their 10-year anniversary. So today, instead of doing a ribbon cutting, which is normally a grand opening type celebration, when we have anniversaries, we like to do a ribbon tying celebration. So that's what we're going to do today because it celebrates milestones and growth, recognizing investment in our business community, and symbolizing connection, partnership, and future success, which is what we all wish for both of you very much. And with that, as far as the Beavercreek Chamber of Commerce, we want to present you with a certificate of recognition for your ribbon tying today on April 26, 2026. And before I call up our first speaker, I want to present that to you because I was like, I might get teary and want to cry. But as many of you know, not everybody, but I'm a graduate of Yellow Springs High School. I'm not going to tell you what year because we don't need to go there. But it was amazing because I knew what Yellow Springs looked like before the hotel was built in 2015, 2016. I mean, I remember what everything was, and it was really incredible and beautiful. And then when I came back and I saw the hotel here for the first time, it was like it had always been here. It was like a symbol of the community, and it fit in, and it was perfect, and it just offered so much to the town and so much to everybody that came in here. And I really want to appreciate the Hammonds, Libby and Jim, who actually built the hotel and started the journey. And then Ryan and Alex took over in 2022, and it has been absolutely incredible. I know what it means to the town. I know what it means to everybody who comes in contact with both of you. You guys are amazing spirits, and what you have done here and continue to do is pretty incredible. And I just wanted to say I love you both so much, and thank you for this journey and for taking care of our community. So we have some folks who want to come up and say a few words. And the first person we're going to have come up is Mayor Don Adams with Beavercreek.
Well, I feel a little bit out of place since this is Yellow Springs, but I've known Alex and Ryan for a few years now, and I'm really happy to see this. I mean, 10 years is a big accomplishment, and especially in the hotel and restaurant business. As I grew up in a restaurant, so I know how difficult it can be sometimes. But I want to congratulate you on this occasion. Wish you nothing but success. I've enjoyed coming out here sometimes for different events, and I'll look forward to coming out to some more. And it's a beautiful place. Or people told. Where did they leave?
They're in the beer back.
They're in the back.
Jim and Libby, are you hiding?
Yes, they are.
But thank you for building this facility. It's really a great looking facility. When you look at it, you think it's 100 years old, but you did a great job with it, and it really is a nice facility. So thank you very much for that. And thank you guys for taking it on and putting it to new levels. Thank you very much.
Now this next person, I'm going to introduce her just a little bit different because having grown up here in Yellow Springs, former Mayor Pam Canine was also Coach Canine to me for 7th and 8th grade basketball. So Coach Canine, if you could please come up.
Thank you, Wendy. Great job on running number 2.
Right?
You know, that bounce
I bet you I
pass.
could
She's
still
doing
make
it
it.
every time. Great. And Don, don't worry about the Yellow Springs. The only thing you can do to improve there is wear your Birkenstocks.
Next time.
But we're here truly to recognize and honor Alex, Ryan, and those who came before for the magnificent structure in which we're sitting. So to do that, I thought, well, I can sort of guess what others might be saying, so I thought I'd take a little different tact, and I wanted to mention maybe a list of some of the things I really love about the Mills Park Hotel. So with that, just a few, because I know we're on timeline here, so with that in mind, I'm going to start, I'll start with, that's 154. I'll keep it to my short list. So the things I love about Mills Park Hotel. And with this, of course, goes the caveat of happy 10th year anniversary. And I will start off with the thing I like the most is that Jim and Libby Hammond had the foresight to purchase this property and build this classy replica of Judge William Mills' house. And as a 42-year educator in Yellow Springs, as a teacher, the Mills house was right across here, and they just did a beautiful job of replicating the house that stood there. And if you look at their fellow's website, you can see some of the past pictures of the house, the real house, and you see what a beautiful job was done architecturally to replicate that. And the fact that Jim used wood from trees on this property made it even all the more important. So I'm thankful that Brian and Alex bought this hotel in 2022, and they maintained that original vision of the Mills Park House. I enjoy Ellie's Restaurant. I love coming here to eat in Ellie's Restaurant. The menu is wonderful, and the wait staff is extremely friendly. So if you haven't eaten here yet, make sure that you do. I love the special exterior lights that the fellows turn on for Pride and at holiday times, not to mention the interior decorations, the huge holiday tree, the little train that runs around the track. It's festive, it's beautiful, it's a wonderful place to bring friends. Also as a former mayor, I'm so happy that Johnny Burns, who will be speaking shortly for 25 minutes now, I think he said. Johnny scheduled his first meeting as manager, the first mayors and managers events for the greater Dayton area. Don, I don't know, you might have been at that meeting too. It was right here in the Mills Park Hotel. And as I was talking, I want you fellows to be sure to know, as I was talking to folks as I left the building that night, that so many of them said how much they enjoy, not future tense, but how much they enjoy coming to the Mills Park Hotel and spending time here, and just, if they hadn't already, they were going to make it. So many had already stayed here as well. They said to be sure to note that. I love the gift shop. It's a convenient place to pick up a local gift at a very reasonable price, I might add. And I appreciate Ron and Alex's help on supervising here at the hotel so many of our street fairs. You did just an excellent job with that. I'm looking at you all the time, Ryan, because I don't know where's Alex. She was a great forward and guard. Box out, Wendy. So I love it. Oh, I love it that the Mills Park Hotel rents bicycles, right? And we're right here on the bike path, so why not? That's another wonderful thing. Now, I obviously could go on, but you get my gist. This hotel is a feather in the village's cap. Whether you're hosting A-list celebrities or Grandma and Grandpa, is a great place to come. So I want to put that out there. Ryan and Alex, you and your staff have done an amazing job in providing our community with this classy resource, for sure. May you have many more decades under your belt, and I will add that you two are another thing that I totally love about the Mills Park Hotel. You're great, so thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem, kid.
All right, and next I have Johnny Burns, Village Manager for Yellow Springs.
Well, our Pam said everything I was going to say, so I can just stand up here and just look pretty, I guess. I want to go back to first time I remember the hotel. Of course, I got hired in 2014 as the electric and water superintendent, but there's been a big plan for this hotel, and I'm thinking, man, right there on the corner of that. But the more we got into it, the first, if you remember, the walls went up, artists come and did all the murals on the walls. But the one thing that stood out to me, and I'm glad Jim's here today, is when it snowed, you could always see Jim shoveling every sidewalk to make sure that they was safe while they was building or not building. Jim was always out there shoveling the sidewalks before the snow was cleared even from the streets. But coming from the private industry to the government, I was so much lied to and said, hey, it's a lot of, we don't build a lot of things in town and this and that. And then all of a sudden Jim says, surprise. So we did a water line and a sewer line on Limestone. We did a water line across 68 for the hotel. That's where we found out that they still have the railroad trestle under 68. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from the hotel is there is limestone and it's pretty shallow, because it seemed like months, Jim, that they jackhammered for the elevator shaft. And so to be able to see the building come from the very bottom of the limestone pit all the way to what it is today, it's an amazing building. I was honored to be able to volunteer at the mayors and managers meeting when I become manager. Ryan and Alex said, hey, we'll host it. So we had all the managers from the surrounding areas come. They all loved it, and they can't wait to come back. Some of them missed it, but they want to come back. So we're going to get another time on the books to bring the managers from around the area to the hotel and to visit Yellow Springs. So Jim, thanks for the vision. Ryan and Alex, thanks for keeping it going. Thanks for all your support.
Thanks, Tony. And next, Paige Burge, Chief of Police.
Thank you. I was so pleased to see that Mayor Pam had notes, because I will be reading from notes. Public speaking was not taught in the police academy, believe it or not. So, first of all, congratulations, Alex and Ryan, and the entire staff on 10 years. So, while I am here to speak on my experience with Mills Park Hotel as the Chief of Police in this village, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that I consider both Alex and Ryan as good friends. In a small village like ours, the lines between deep professional respect and partnership often blur in the best possible way, because you see firsthand the character behind the people of the business. In October of 22, we were seeing some return to normalcy in the world post-COVID. Most notably, we were anticipating the return of street fair. After a 3-year hiatus, and in the face of its return, the institutional knowledge of the event was gone, and the future of one of the community's biggest economic drivers was uncertain. In light of this, Alex Ryan and extraordinaire, I believe I saw her back there, Miss Jocelyn Miller, event director, shaking her head, that's a round of applause, decided to take on this enormous undertaking, understanding that it was a crucial thing to this community. Now, I want to keep my comments brief, so I'm going to risk grossly minimizing my observations during this time. But as a new chief, with no direct experience with street fair, in this new capacity, I found that the Mills Park Hotel team to be the most collaborative, kind, and selfless partners a department could ask for. This still stands true today. The Mills Park Hotel staff's contributions undoubtedly provided the necessary stability and resilience the event needed in those first few years post-COVID, that allowed for the street fair torch to have been passed successfully in recent years. For the police department, street fair is just one of the many events we partake in annually. Since taking over as the chief, the department's prioritized meaningful community engagement, pivoting from reactive participation in events to providing for opportunities for the community to build relationships with public servants that dedicate their professional lives to serving them. One of these events is our very own Safety Village. In the summer of 23, we kicked that off for the first time. This is a program that teaches our youngest neighbors with lessons in safety on bicycle safety, fire prevention, interacting with first responders. In our first year, we had the heart for it, but we only had the capacity to serve about 10 to 12 kids. We were facing the reality of having to turn away interested kiddos. When Alex and Ryan heard about this, they didn't just offer a hand, they became the sole financial sponsor. Because of their quiet generosity, which I'm happy is not quiet now, at least I can share that with you. We head into our 4th year this year, and we don't have to turn away a single child. It's just one example of their legacy in action. While I can only speak for the police department, I know that the hotel's impact, specifically Alex and Ryan, reaches into every corner of the town in the most unassuming way. They are the blueprint for what this community strives to be: kind, selfless, and generous. Congratulations to Alex, Ryan, and all of the Mills Park Hotel staff.
Thank you, Paige. And last but definitely not least,
Candace Rogers.
oh no, it would be Ryan and Alex, owners of the Mills Park Hotel.
Well, hi, gang. Thanks for showing up today. I'll pick up where Paige left off. Selfless kindness. Alex and I were given an amazing blueprint from Jim, Libby, and Katie. I think a lot of what Jim and Libby and Katie had done in the past often went unseen, and it helped guide us in how to move forward. So sorry, by the way, I've been really sick all week. It's not me getting choked up.
It could be him getting choked.
It is not. I'll be brief. It's been a labor of love, and I really thought I knew what we were getting into when we bought the hotel, as I'm assuming so did Jim, Libby, and Katie. And everything I thought I was going to do, I do absolutely none of that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, and it's worth it every single day. We have been very blessed to travel the country, to go to trade shows and whatnot. We meet with these vendors that may work with us, and they're like, "What do you own?" And we tell them, and then they see the product, and they're like, "Whoa, what is this thing?" And it's like it all goes back to the original vision, right? And Alex and I are very fortunate to say that the special thing that we're sitting in right now is something that we don't see a reason to change. We want to continue it moving forward just as is. One of my very good friends, Diane from the Doubletree in Beavercreek, is here. They just went through a multi-million-dollar renovation, and it changed the face of the rooms, and it's beautiful. I don't know if I'll ever change the rooms here. I don't need to. We might change the mattresses in 30 years when it's but hopefully I'll be gone by then. But this has been a true labor of love, and Alex and I are blessed every single day to wake up to be able to call this place ours. And it goes without saying that Jim and Libby, had you not asked us 6 years ago, 5, in the office, in the most casual way, by the way, in the office, Jim says to me, Libby and I think you should buy this place. And I said, I don't have that kind of money. And he just said, in a very Jim way, go to the bank. And I'm like, with what, God? But surprisingly, 12 months later, we were able to close on it. And it's not lost on me also that the hotel is very fortunate to be able to sponsor things like Safety Village and the school district's Students of the Month and other various projects like hosting the teachers' onboarding day at the beginning of the year. And certainly the economic impact that it has on the community. And it's humbling pretty much every day. And it's also, weirdly enough, I feel like our purpose in hospitality. And to create something truly special. It's not scripted here, we're just us. You're not going to see people wearing stuffy uniforms at the front desk, it's just come as you are. And when you check in, whether you're an international celebrity, as mentioned, or just the mom from Fairborn who's looking for an overnight trip, you're greeted the same way. And I think that's why people like us, and we intend on staying exactly the same. So we really appreciate y'all joining us today, and make sure you eat all the food, because otherwise it's going to get taken to the PD. And they've had enough this month. So, anyways, thank you all so very much. Alex, do you have anything you'd like to say?
You pretty much covered quite a bit of it, and you're more the public speaker than I am. So I would say it means so much that you were all here. All of you that are here are very instrumental to why we're here, and so without you, we would not be where we're at. So the support is definitely felt very deeply. We very much appreciate it, and I guess just a few thank yous to mention outside of everything that has been said. First off, Becky and Andrew in the back, our general manager and assistant GM. Becky's been here since the dawn of time. She started under the Hammonds and worked with Ryan, and she's been just an absolute rock in keeping this place moving forward, keeping the vision, and working with our hotel side team, all the guests. Andrew has brought in a ton of external knowledge and really just stepped in and been a driver for keeping us moving. As mentioned about Street Fair, we also have Jocelyn Backley, who's our event director, who, as a full-time teacher, also runs our events full-time. And how she does it, we don't actually know.
Neither does she, by the way.
But she does an amazing job every single time. So without her, the glorious stuff that happens in that banquet hall makes everything worth it. And then we also have Peter and Sandy. Peter was our former restaurant manager, and Sandy is our current restaurant manager, who have helped us get to where we're at today. So, there's a huge team behind us that we really appreciate that has been just hit the ground running and made everything worthwhile. Did I miss anybody?
Me.
Thank you to me for putting up with him all the time. But thank you all for being here and celebrating this special event with all of us.
Thanks so much.
Well, now it's time to tie that ribbon. As we tie this ribbon today, let it symbolize not only the past 10 years of excellence, hospitality, and community impact, but also the promise of many more years of welcoming guests, partnerships, and contributing to the vibrancy of our region. May the next decade bring continued success and countless memorable experiences for all who walk through the doors. Congratulations to 10 wonderful years.